BlogTalkRadio, the world's largest online radio network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Candi and Randy Show. I'm Randy.
I'm Candy.
That's the sexy hat.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I think that we each have our own appeal.
I'll take that. How is your Wednesday, your hump day? Oh, I'm opening myself up for that one, I know.
I need to be humped. How about yours?
Well, that's what the whole day's about, isn't it? But the weekend's on its way. The weekend is on its way. By the way, I want to mention about the weekend, for those people in Las Vegas, I want to give a shout-out to a really cool event that's happening here at the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa on Saturday, this coming Saturday, from 5 to 10:30. This is really cool because everybody knows I'm a big Food Network fan, and food trucks have really become a really hot thing, and now there are these gourmet food trucks. And so they've created, this is the second annual Dave and Mahoney Beer Bash and Food Truck Fest, presented by CBS Radio's X107.5, and it's going to be from 5 to 10:30 at the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. And for $20, now this is cool, this is kind of like a New York street fair, only cooler, because you're by the pool, and for $20 general admission, there is bottomless beer, sake tasting, and there's going to be the Patron Margarita Mecca Bar. And there's also going to be a lot of food trucks. Right?
You said Patron.
How fabulous.
That's all you need to say.
I knew I'd mention Patron, and you'd like that.
There are 3 words that will get me to Las Vegas in 2.5 seconds. Jace, Chris, and Patron.
Well, we've got all 3 this weekend, so head on out. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. I heard about the event. Live entertainment. There's a 20-foot water slide. There's going to be local DJs, local bands. Also, now it's $20 general admission, but for $50 you get the VIP package, which means not only do you get all of the first stuff, but there's going to be there's an air-cooled seating area, so you can be in the warm summer evening and be cool. Plus, the doors open for early admission for VIP ticket holders at 5 p.m., and the VIP tasting includes over 40 craft beers and sake, and there are only a limited number of tickets for the VIP package, so you really are VIP. They're not going to just keep selling the VIP tickets to everybody. So if you're in Las Vegas this weekend, make sure you head over to the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. It's 5 to 10:30 or whenever, who knows. But for $20 or for the VIP package for $50, I think it sounds like a cool time, and I'm going to be there. So have a good time and head out there this weekend.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I just want to mention one quick thing too. Facebook today, a friend of mine, actually it was a friend of a friend, started the Same-Sex Marriage Appreciation Day. We're going to make August Same-Sex Marriage Appreciation Month and support those entrepreneurs that are supporting marriage equality. So you can go to my page, Candy Fox. You can just look up support for Same-Sex Marriage Appreciation Day on Facebook and go join it and invite your friends. We started it this morning. We have 213 people, actually about 224 people, and I would love to hit 20,000 by the end of the month.
And I think that's going to happen. I think it's a great idea. As a lot of people may know, the COO of Chick-fil-A basically announced that he admitted that Chick-fil-A has donated a lot of money to anti-gay organizations, which is their right. In this country, we do have First Amendment rights, and people are allowed to do what they want. It's not what I would do with my money, necessarily. And so today there was this kind of, Mike Huckabee created this Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day today, and they wanted to encourage people who oppose marriage equality for same-sex couples to head out and go to Chick-fil-A and support them. So that's all well and good. If that's what you want to do with your money, then, I'm not going to, stop you. But I will encourage people to go spend your money at great companies that support equal rights for everybody. So I think this is a great thing. Like Candi said, go to Facebook, look for support for Same-Sex Marriage Appreciation Day, and find a company that you like that supports equal rights for everybody, because that's what makes America really cool.
Absolutely. I saw that our Superman was online, but he lost, so let's give him a call and see if maybe he just lost his connection.
Well, Superman has a lot to do, so, he really does. He may have had to go off some.
He is saving the life one diet at a time, saving the world, yes.
Hello?
Anthony.
Hey, Candi, how you doing, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How's everything over there?
It's really good. We played your Superman song.
Oh, you did? All right. Superman is in the house.
Yes, Tony is the Superman in the fitness world. And I said earlier, you are saving the world one diet at a time.
Yep, one big round butt at a time. Yep.
Hi, Tony. It's Randy, Candi's
Hey. What's up, Randy? How are you, pal?
I'm doing good. Thank you for being on the show tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
Well, we're really excited that you're here. Randy and I have been focusing on fitness this year. Of course, Randy's mostly fit anyway. My shape is round, but I'm working on that. So, but it does take time.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, I have a question for you because I am really trying to eat healthy. What kind of protein is the best protein for me? There are so many out there. I went and looked the other day, and I was overwhelmed.
Well, when I first started working out when I was 15 years old, I didn't start competing until I was about 20, 25 or so like that. So when I started competing, I started dieting really, really hard, and I started losing a lot of weight. But I started losing a lot of muscle weight as well. I got become very thin and very flat looking. So I went to GNC and I asked them, I'm like, I want to diet for this contest and I'm dieting, but I'm losing way too much weight and I'm like wasting away to nothing. So the guy goes, how much, how many grams of protein do you consume a day? And I had no idea what protein even was. Now I'm a certified nutritionist, so just to show you how important protein is. So he told me about designer whey protein. Now this is going back to like 1994, 1995. Designer whey protein came out in 1993. It's one of the best protein powders out on the market today and from yesterday as well. It's the only one I really love and the only one I really recommend to my clients. You can get it at GNC stores anywhere. You can also order it online. It's called Designer Whey. And it's one of the best whey protein supplements. Okay. Designer Whey, one of the best protein supplements out on the market. And it was the first one out, and it's still number one in my book and in many people's books as well because it gets the job done. For a lot of the other protein powders and stuff, they contain a lot of sugars and stuff and a lot of nonsense chemicals. Like Designer Whey is a very natural product, though. Very good stuff.
Yeah, I have a place to start.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's interesting you say that, Tony, because like 20 years ago, when I started working out, 25 years ago, I guess, and I was still dancing professionally, so I was burning a lot of calories every single day, every day, tons of calories, and I was going to the gym though because it was really becoming the thing that Broadway people did, but I could not gain any size to save my life, and I kept lifting and lifting. But what I realized, like after 5 years of the whole process, was I was not looking at the idea of taking it. Actually, I was thinking of not taking in calories to cut down on fat, but I wasn't thinking of the protein intake.
See, that's what it's all about.
People miss that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, everybody's so, Randy, everybody's so focused about the scale. All my clients come to me. I get emails every single day, nonstop. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 30, 40 pounds. But they don't understand. It's not just the pounds that you want to lose. It's inches. Forget about what the scale says and focus about what the mirror is saying. You got to look at the mirror. You got to look at your mirror. You got to look at how the clothes fit you, your shape, your symmetry. Forget about the scale. People are so consumed with, oh my God, I lost a pound today. Yeah, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. You don't walk around with a scale, with your weight, embedded on your shirt, so you got to stop. People have to stop thinking. I'm talking to the people at home right now. Stop consuming yourself with what the scale says and start focusing on your inches, your shape, and what you look like in the mirror. That's what's important. I mean, that's what you want to go after. Of course, we all want to do it for health and stuff, but the bottom line is you want to look good. So it doesn't matter how much you weigh. All that matters is how your shape and symmetry is. So that's what you have to focus on. And eating a balanced meal, I always tell people, the bottom line to get in shape, there's 4 rules. Rule number 1 is nutrition. Rule number 2 is weight training. Rule number 3 is cardiovascular. And rule number 4 is stretching, all in that order. And I tell you, and I'll tell you, most people say, oh, yeah, I go to the gym, or I eat, and I diet. And they don't. They really don't. Just because you go to the gym and sit there and go from machine to machine and talk to your friends for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour, doesn't mean that, doesn't mean you're going to the gym to actually get the job done. So, that's what it all comes down about. People are just, they're lazy, they want a quick fix. But the bottom line is, if you're lazy, and you're not putting the effort in, it's not, nothing is going to happen, and that's just the way it is. And it's just, and then you just progress and get worse and worse. And the bottom line is you got to take care of yourself. You got to make a stand today. You got to make a stand tonight, because if you don't, I'm telling you, it catches up to you. And as you get older, it gets harder and harder and harder.
Now, I know that you have a members-only access part of your website now, which offers nutrition plans and training guides.
Everything. Nutrition plans, training guides.
Yep.
Yeah, www.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. You go to www.anthonycatanzaro.com, CATANZARO.com, and you'll see that I offer diet plans, customized diet plans, training guides, exclusive photos, exclusive videos. There's even a chat line with me. You can chat with me on my forum. There's blogging and stuff on there, so you can basically, if you have a question, not only will I answer your question, but you'll get a lot of input about other guys and girls that are following the same program too as well. And it's kind of like a focus group basically, and it's like a support group as well. So it focuses on certain issues and certain health issues as well. So it's great. For $14.95 a month, it's like having your own very personal trainer. Write your very own fingertips. So it's great.
And nutrition.
And nutrition as well. Yes, I'm certified. Yeah, I'm certified in both. So I mean, and you know what? There's a lot of people out there certified. They're certified, nutritionists. They're certified in training, but they don't practice what they preach. And a lot of times, 99% of the time, they don't even know what they're doing anyway. I go to gyms all the time, and I see personal trainers there, and I see them training clients. Oh my God, I want to scream at them. I'm so disgusted because the client is just looking at the trainer, and the trainer's telling the client what to do, and he's he or she teaches them completely wrong. I mean, this doesn't happen all the time, but it happens 99% of the time from what I see. And every client is different. It's like if I'm a mechanic, I work on Cadillacs, I work on Buicks, I work on trucks, I work on Ford, I work on all different types of cars. I can't fix every car the same exact way because every car is unique, and every single person is unique in their own way and needs special training for to get where they want to be. You can't, these trainers teach everybody by the book, and it's all the same workout program. So if you're a 120-pound girl, or if you're a 280-pound guy, that person is going to train you the same exact way. And that's what I see over and over, and that's why no one's that now. There's just not a success rate going on with trainers today, and that's just what I see. Sad.
When I started working out, like I mentioned, when I started, I would see that I was going to the gym every day. It was my thing, and I completely agree that I would see the trainers, and this is back when trainers didn't even have as much certification as they do today, and I don't think trainers, it was kind of like, I'm in shape, I'm going to go be a trainer until whatever I'm going to be doing after that. And I would see people who had trainers working out, and you would see this really bad form. And while I wasn't a personal trainer, I was at least a dancer, and what I do see is form. I understand how to lift, in terms of choreography practically.
Sure.
And I'd see people swinging bicep curls, swinging from their shoulder. Yeah. And they're working out. They have trainers. Tony, they have trainers.
I know. Yeah, Randy, I totally hear where you're coming from. That's exactly what I was just talking about. I mean, it's really, really sad. I mean, they're paying the trainer $50, $60, $70, $80, even $90 or to $100 an hour to train them incorrectly. The client has no idea what's going on. It's really, really sad. It's like the blind leading the blind. It's really sad. I want to get these trainers and I want to wring their necks, you know. And this is the truth, you know, because I'm just so sick of it. That's why the Superman of Fitness is here again, to answer your questions, to lay the law down about health and fitness. And it isn't just physical fitness. It's about mental fitness too. How many people out there today are on prescription drugs? People today pop prescription drugs, antidepressants, anxiety medication like they're popping candy. And they go to the doctor. As soon as you tell a doctor you're a little depressed or something, or you lost your job and you're just kind of in a funk, right away he'll prescribe you an antidepressant 9 times out of 10 without question. And you'll take it because most people 9 out of 10 won't know any better. They'll take it because they want to feel good. And taking a pill and putting it in your mouth and taking some water with it is very easy to do. It's very hard to get up off your butt and go outside and get some fresh air and sunlight and feel good about yourself and be happy about yourself and go on the road to victory. It's much easier to just take that pill. And that's what everybody wants today. They want that pill. They want that quick fix. But this is what happens. You take that pill, it's poison. It's not medicine. It's not going to fix your problem. It's going to create even a larger problem. And this is what's wrong with society today. It is too much. I've said this before. Even prescription medication was even sold on TV. Now they sell it on TV. You know, I mean, you're watching a movie. All of a sudden, something comes up about pills, about prostate, about whatever it is. There's a pill for everything now. You know, all it is poison. And I've been telling people this for years. Now more people are dying from prescription medication than street drugs. So how crazy is that? So I mean, look what happened. Michael Jackson. I mean, we don't know what happened with him last year, right? I mean, a couple of years ago actually. But hey. You cannot put listen, I've always said to people, you yourself have to be your own doctor. It's great to have a great doctor who you can sit down and talk to, but we have to be our own doctors. We have something that God gave us. It's called common sense. And we have to listen to this common sense. Because if we don't listen to this common sense, and we fall into a rut where we're just going from doctor to doctor, and we're taking pills, and we're eating bad, and we're hanging out with the wrong people, and all these things, our lives will easily and quickly go right down the toilet. So, to sum up what I'm saying is, you're in the driver's seat of your life, and no one else is in that driver's seat but you. So it's up to you to make the change.
I agree.
And you're so right. My family suffers from a history of depression, so I had a bout a few years ago, and the doctor put me on some prescription medication. Yeah. I was on it for 2 or 3 months. I took myself off, but when she put me on it, she goes, "Well, you're probably going to be on this the rest of your life." I'm like,
yeah. I want to take drugs for the rest of my life.
And I just obviously can't help myself. I just need a little help. So I took them for 3 months. I worked myself off of them, and I've never been back on them.
That's great. That's great news. You know what the key to fight depression is? A smile. Be happy. A smile doesn't cost anybody. They say the best things in life are free. It doesn't cost anything to smile. When you smile and you just laugh, that's the best medicine in the world. When you smile and you laugh, your muscles relax. Your brain relaxes. Your breathing slows down. Your heart, everything just slows down. Your anxiety drops. It's just smile and laugh. Watch a funny movie. Hold a baby. Get a puppy. Go to where they have puppies and play with some puppies. Things like that. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Exactly. How could you be pissed if there's a bunch of puppies around? They'll be the ones peeing. They'll be the ones pissing. But the bottom line is, you just have to, we have to help ourselves naturally. Listen, I'm going to tell this to everybody out there listening. Pills are not the answer. Drugs are never the answer. Drugs make the problem worse. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what's going on in your life. drugs will only make your life worse. There's natural remedies for things. I mean, they even have natural remedies for depression and stuff like that. I mean, they have, certain things like 5-HTP, certain things to raise the serotonin level in your brain naturally. But you know what raises it naturally? Sun. Go outside and get some fresh air and some sunlight. Go to the beach. Walk along the shore. That's your medicine right there. There's no co-payment to go to the beach. There's no co-payment to freaking to go to the beach and get some sun. People think, the sun is bad. How is the sun bad? If it wasn't for the sun, we'd all be dead. I mean, the sun is good for us. I mean,
you're talking about those people that bake themselves for hours in the sun.
Exactly. Baking yourself, burning yourself.
And enjoying the sun, right?
Yeah. Going out and enjoying the sun. You could definitely go out and enjoy the sun. You don't have to sit there and put oil all over yourself and lay there for hours. But you can go out and enjoy the sun, get fresh air, think healthy, feel healthy, stop talking negative things. I always tell people this too. If you have a negative thought in your head and you say it out loud, you're giving that seed a place to grow. So never speak negative about yourself or about others. Never listen to negative people. Never let negative people into your life. Don't ever let negative people plant seeds into you, because those seeds grow. You never forget. We always try to forget the bad things people say to us, but we never forget the good things people say about us. We always remember that. Why do we remember that? Because we want to remember that. But it's the negative stuff that we try to avoid. We don't want to think about it. But we have to let all the positives in our lives and destroy all the negative out. And the only way to do that is to fight back and to do it on our own. And a pill is not going to do that.
No. I want to throw out there, because you mentioned it, and I agree with you completely. And we've had Olivia Newton-John on the show several times, and she's very big on everything you just said. When I was in Australia a few months ago with her, she would call at 7 in the morning, and she's like, "Do you want to take a walk?" And we were in Sydney, right by the Sydney Public Gardens. And when she says walk, she doesn't mean stroll around the block of the hotel.
She's in
We're
fabulous
like power
shape,
walk through the gardens. But at 7 a.m. in the morning, we are power walking, baseball caps on your head, no time for a shower, forget that. Throw on a T-shirt, and we're power walking. But I have to... Amazing at 7:35 when it was over, and we were awake, and she's a big believer, too, in the sun. She's like, no, I don't want to bake in the sun. But there are many days when my husband, Michael, has been out on press days with her, and she'll just take 10 minutes between interviews or something to step outside and just, raise her face to the sun with her eyes closed and just feel the sun on her face.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
And it really does a lot for your mood. It really does.
It does. It's rejuvenating. It really is. Mm-hmm. It's rejuvenating, and it's sad because, it's the sun is so rejuvenating. It makes you feel fantastic. It helps mentally, physically. It's a great source of vitamin D. It's how our body builds vitamin D for our bones, for our immune system. People don't notice, but vitamin D is crucial for your immune system. And 9 times out of 10, if you have a weak immune system, it's because of a vitamin D deficiency. Because of drugs that you're consuming, or lack of sunlight, and just lack of happiness in your life, just destroys the vitamin D. Think of vitamin D as daylight. When you think vitamin D, think daylight. That's what I do, daylight. And most people, they're out during the day, but they're in enclosed rooms. They're at the office or whatever. They don't get enough sunlight. That sunlight has to go on your body. That's the key to health. I had a dog, Tiny. My little dog passed away in April. She was like my daughter. And I had her for 16 years. And she used to go outside and she used to lay down on the concrete and she used to just lay in the sun for like 5-10 minutes. And it's amazing how animals themselves know. If you ever see a cat on top of a roof or in a windowsill, they lay on the windowsill or they lay on the roof or a garage or something. Animals know that the sun is important. They don't sit there and throw oil on themselves and bake for hours, but they do, lay in the sun and they get it and everything. And, if animals can get it, how come we can't get it, right? You know what I mean? How come we can't understand? How come we can't understand this? I think we all understand it, but we refuse to believe it because we believe in all the garbage we hear on the radio, on the garbage we hear on on TV. You know, it's just I'm so sick of all the nonsense. It's common sense. You know, it's common sense that all the things we're talking about are good for you. And if we just follow the rules in life, and we look at animals, say, and how they live and how they go, we can learn so much. You know, we can live a better life just by using our common sense.
The first thing my dogs do in the morning when I let them out is they sit and they face east and they face into the sun, believe it or not.
Yeah.
They love spending time in the mornings facing into the sun, and they get a lot out of it. It's their favorite thing.
And did you know in the morning the sun is at its best when it comes to the vitamins? Like they say, you get the most vitamin D between the hours of I think 8 in the morning, and between 8 and 11 in the morning is the best time to get vitamin D. So you know, it's that morning sun. It's so important.
I was going to ask now. I know you started working out when you were 15.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
Now, I know how these things happen for some people, but you started working out, and it became a big passion for you. When was it that you started helping other people? Did it start like just giving advice to people? People looked at you and said, "Hey, Tony, you look amazing. What do you do?" And did it grow from there? Or did you know from an early age that you wanted to make this just your career and really excel as someone who helps other people unlock their potential?
Well, Randy, to tell you the truth, I knew from day one when I was 15 years old what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do before it even existed. I mean, I used to tell people I wanted to do certain things, and they just couldn't believe the fact that I wanted to change people's lives. I wanted to open people's eyes about health, fitness, mental well-being, positive energy. I was always a big believer in energy, because everything is energy in life. So I've been wanting to help people from day one, you know, and you know, this is what I devote my life to do. I mean, I love helping people, and I just have a gift when I talk. People they listen. I mean, whether I'm at a gym or I'm at motivational speaking, I'm just talking to people on the side. I'll turn around and I'll see a bunch of people just staring at me, just like listening to what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's my voice or not. I don't think it's my voice. Maybe it's just the passion I have when I speak about what I believe in, that they just really listen to and they really absorb it. It's kind of like I'm not speaking genius. I'm just speaking common sense. So I'm kind of speaking the words that are already in your heart anyway. You know, it's like maybe I'm the voice of the people, maybe in a sense, when it comes to health and fitness and stuff. You know, I'm that inner voice that tells you what to do, what not to do. But I'm just the outer voice. You know, I'm like your inner voice come to life, basically. That's all I am. You know. But I've always known from the time I was 15 what I really definitely wanted to do, and I wanted to definitely help people. I love to make people happy, you know. I love to change people's lives. You know, I can't be one of these people that just stand by and let crap happen to people. You know, I just can't stand by and let someone destroy their lives. You know, I can't just sit there while somebody's just doing something and just to destroy their lives. Whether it's, you know, they're depressed or whether they're on drugs or whatever it is, I'm not going to just sit there and let them do that. You know, I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to save their life, because if I can save their life, that's the greatest gift I can give someone is a good life, right? You know, and let them know the truth about life. You know,
right.
I'm not doing it for myself. I don't want any money for it at all. You know, I mean, this is just what I do. You know, just what I do. I never turn my back on anyone. You know.
And this is why Tony is a Superman of fitness, because he really does care about people, and that's why people listen to you, because you make a difference. You're not just saying stuff to hear yourself talk. You're saying stuff because you believe in it and you want to make a difference in people's lives.
No, I mean that's the greatest gift. I mean, when people email me and they tell me, Tony, I've been to 100 trainers, or Tony, I wanted to kill myself, but if it wasn't for your tips and stuff and the way you made me feel, and like your simplicity, the way you explain things. I mean, you're the one that brought me out of it. You're the one that brought me out of my depression. I look at your photos. I read your tips. You got to see the email I get. It's just I've got books and books of fan mail that I read sometime, and it brings me in tears. I mean, I just can't believe the lives all over the world that I've saved. You know, and the way people they start to believe in themselves again. And that's the worst thing you can do in life, is to stop believing in yourself. And when I think a lot of us out there have stopped believing in ourselves. I think technology is destroying the world, I think that, I think us humans, we've been a certain way for for thousands of centuries. We've been a certain way, and in the past 100 years, with technology, we become robots. And whether we think we're not, we are robots. Believe me, we're all turning into robots. We're not really free from ourselves. We become these robots that are constantly on our emails, our phones. We're constantly become this. With something that's just not what we were meant to do. We weren't meant to do what we're doing now. And I'm telling you, technology is going to be the end. Is going to be the end of the human race. We'll definitely end the human race because of technology. I would have no problem right now. Getting rid of the internet. I would have no problem right now with all of that. Cell phones. I have no problem with using a phone with a cord attached to the wall. Bring me back to 1985. I got no problem with it. But I'm a big believer in just simplicity in life and doing what we need to be doing instead of what where technology is taking us. Because we're getting more depressed. Look at the past 10 years with technology. Are we healthier? We're not healthier. We're definitely more mentally ill and definitely more physically ill. There's more obesity now than ever. There's more depression now than ever. There's more anxiety now than ever. Why? Because of technology. And peer pressure for kids, I feel bad for the kids out there now that are, teenagers today. I feel bad for them. If there was peer pressure back when we were, in the 70s and 80s, imagine the peer pressure in 2012 right now. I know kids say that have relationships with other kids just by texting. They never even met the person. People have relationships, with people they never even met that are on the other side of the earth. What kind of way is that to socialize? What kind of way is that to exist? What animal has a relationship with another animal that lives on the other side of the earth? We're not supposed to exist like that. So, we're just, like I said, technology is causing a huge imbalance, not only in our mental health, but in our physical health as well.
Yeah. We have a question for you in the chat room.
Sure.
They want to know when you and Tina met.
I met Tina back in 1993. This is a very, very interesting story. My mom passed away July of 1993. She had skin cancer, and it was a very, very tough time for me. So it was really, really, really down, down on my luck and everything. And I felt like my world was coming to an end. Basically, I had to take care of my dad. My dad was 73 at the time, so it was just basically me and my dad. And my dad was very depressed over it and everything. It was a really sad time in my life. So I went. I used to go out with my friend Nick. Long story short, we went to a nightclub one night. They had a hot body contest for guys and for girls. So I entered the hot body contest for men. I was on stage, and I took off my shirt. I turned around, and I saw this most beautiful girl I ever saw in my life, and it was Tina. And she was looking at me. I was looking at her. And then after the contest, which I won, I got off the stage. And I went right to Tina immediately. And I was like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And I bought her a glass of Zinfandel wine, which I didn't even drink at the time, which I still don't drink. I didn't even know what that. I think my father drank Zinfandel, so I was like, "Do you want Zinfandel?" I didn't even know what it was, So then I started talking to her a little bit, and I fell in love with her. I fell in love with her at from the moment I saw her. And she told me she fell in love with me from the moment she saw me. So it was definitely love at first sight for both of us, and we've been together ever since.
Wow.
And they say that, yeah, and they say you can't find, true love. It's impossible. There's no such thing as true love. There's no such thing as meeting someone, and there is such a thing as true love. You just have to let it happen for yourself. You have to believe in. If you want true love to happen to you, you have to first believe in true love. Mm-hmm. If you want good health to happen to you, you must first believe that you can have good health. Mm-hmm. So that's true. all these things you have to first believe in order to achieve. So I always knew that I was going to be with. I always knew I was going to be with a girl like Tina. I always knew it. And because I knew it, I made it happen. It just happened.
Well, now one of the things that I love about actually a couple things I really love about your page, and one of them is that you do write letters to your wife there. I've seen several of them. They're really beautiful. But I think that when people think about health, they think they have to starve themselves, they can't eat, and you post what you eat, and you have like the most delicious stuff on your page in that section.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big believer in eating healthy. You know, Candy, it's very, very simple. You know, it's very simple to eat healthy. People think it costs a lot of money, it's hard, it's difficult. I can make a healthy meal in like 2 minutes. I mean, it's so easy. You know, grilled chicken, salad, vegetables, grilled lean cuts of beef. I buy organic chicken, organic beef, fish, all different types of fish. People tell me, what's the best fish to eat? I mean, salmon is the best. All fish is great. You know, fish is fish. It's all good for you. Seafood, like shellfish, is not that great for you. The bottom line with fish is, if it swims and it has gills, it's very good for you because it can filter out the toxins in the ocean. But lobsters, crabs, mussels, clams, all these things, they basically absorb the toxins in the ocean. Not the healthiest thing to eat because those are pretty much scavengers. When you eat a lobster or you eat a crab, you're basically eating something that's supposed to eat they're scavengers. They stay at the bottom of the ocean, and they eat, basically all the toxins and garbage that's like left around, So you are what you eat. So if you want to eat fish, tilapia is great. Salmon, fillet, any kind of fish is really, really good. As long as it has gills, you should eat it. So that's a good tip right there.
I'm curious, when people come to you, are there a couple of things that everybody asks, the same questions? Do you get, like you were talking earlier, everybody wants the magic bullet, but is there some piece of advice that you're constantly giving people, and you start, I have my real estate license in Nevada, and I have people who come from out of state all the time. Most of my clients seem to be out of state people, so I have to explain the same things about Nevada real estate and buying real estate. People who are first time buyers. As a nutritionist and as a trainer, are there certain pieces of advice or information that you constantly find that you know that you're going to be telling a new client?
I don't really believe in telling a new client or someone I meet off the street like what to do, or like following a plan. I basically usually just tell them, what are you doing? They want to get in shape, they want to lose pounds, they want to feel good. So I tell them, all right, let's backtrack. What are you doing to get there? So they basically tell me, well, I go to the gym. Okay, so what do you do at the gym? And then they tell me, well, I do this and I do that. Like, they don't even know what they're doing. Or they say, I'm like, do you diet? They're like, yeah, I diet pretty good. I watch what I eat pretty good. Well, what'd you have this morning to eat? And then they go, oh, well, I didn't eat yet this morning. Well, that's not eating good. So basically people think that they know what they're doing, but I basically catch them right in the act. Like they'll come up to me like, hey, how do I get a body like you? Seriously, what do I do? So I won't tell them what to do. I'll ask them what they've been doing. So it's like, it's like a reality check basically. It's like me telling you, like let's say you're a multimillionaire. I want to be a multimillionaire like you. So I say, what's your secret? So you're telling me, what am I doing to make $1 million? And I'll tell you, well, I'm not really doing anything to make, to make $1 million. So there's your answer right there. So, for every effort, there's an outcome. And 99.9% of people aren't putting effort into what they want. They just want it. Oh, hey, I want a great body, man. Hey, I want muscles like you. Hey, I want abs like you. Well, when was the last time you did sit-ups? When was the last time you did abs? Oh, wow, man. Yeah, I don't do abs. Every guy in the gym wants abs, and this is funny, too. Every guy in the gym wants abs, but there's like maybe one guy out of like every 30 guys I see actually training their abs correctly, or even training their abs at all. They're focusing on the bench press. Hey, spot me, Bill, and they're groaning on bench press and everything. Meanwhile, their stomach is bigger than their chest. So what's the story? You want abs, but yet you don't train your abs. You want to be a millionaire, but yet you're not putting any effort toward being a millionaire. You want to lose weight, but you're not counting calories. You're not, you're not exceeding the level of activity to exceed your calorie intake. You're sitting on your butt, going through your computer, going through your phone, going through all your emails, whatever, or sitting at the desk at work while eating Cheetos out of a bag, and then saying I want to lose weight. But you're not going to lose weight because you're adding more calories to your diet than you are expending. So you're not burning them off. So So to really sum up your question, there's nothing that I usually say besides the fact that I let them answer their own question, basically.
I think
so they
that's
basically,
excellent.
Yeah, they answer their own question. That's what it comes down to.
Idea.
It's not rocket science, Candi and Randy. it's not rocket science.
I think that people think it is. I think they think it when they look at it.
Yeah, they think like, the secret. Yeah, I bought, Best Body, or I bought, Jillian, whatever. I don't even know her name. I mean, all these people and all these programs and everything. It's all, I'm telling you right now, it's all a bunch of bull. It's all for ratings on television. It's all it is. It's all it comes down to. The bottom line is, and this is coming from a personal trainer. You don't need a personal trainer. You could be your own personal trainer. You can go to a personal trainer for a couple of weeks, get to know what's going on, and then take it upon yourself to get in shape. Because right now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you need a personal trainer 24/7 to get you into shape and to keep you into shape, you'll never be in shape. You should use a personal trainer as guidance, someone to teach you, and then you leave and then you continue on your own. Because this is what happens. 99.9% of all of my clients, they leave me, they get fat again. Then they call me back 6 months later. I mean, what did you learn from me? You learned how to do it, you learned how to diet, you learned all these things, but you didn't take them with you. You got to take them with you. You have to take them with you. Like when I get off the phone with you right now, you got to take my advice with you. You got to go, and eat the certain foods that I'm telling you to eat. Take care of yourself. Think positive. Get sunlight. Put down put down your phone, put down your emails, and go out and get some sun. Go back to nature. Go back to the way humans were, a couple hundred years ago. Mentally. I'm saying go back to that. Go back to basically just human nature. Not, put technology down and pick up nature,
It's kind of like Bayou Billionaire when you were on that episode.
Yeah, Bayou Billionaires was something else, man. They flew me down and
did not want to get in shape.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, the show, they edit it a certain way and it's scripted, I'm not going to lie. He was so into getting in shape. He wanted to get in shape. He was listening to everything I said. But for TV, conflict, Tony, cause a conflict. He knew he was my best friend. He was listening to everything I say. He had no problem. But for TV, cause a conflict, make it make it look like it's something that, like that it's not. Hey, you want to watch TV? Right. Don't believe what you're seeing because, TV is a bunch of bull. Even the news is bull. Even the news is edited and the news is exaggerated. I'm telling you, it's all for ratings. Everything is ratings. You cannot believe what you see on TV, and that's the bottom line.
Now, do you really use any supplements, or are you getting everything from your nutrition?
I'm big on God supplements. I'm big on just food from the ground. The only supplement I take, like I said, is designer whey protein. But other than that, I don't even take a multivitamin anymore because I eat healthy. I went to the doctor not that long ago, did a blood test on me, and he's like, Tony, your vitamins are all high. My vitamin levels were too high, and I don't even take vitamins,
Wow.
So just to show you, my vitamin D was too high, or not too high where it was a problem, but it was all above the limit, because I eat 2 big salads a day, because I eat 2 servings of fruit a day, and I drink water and I drink green tea. I eat the way. I eat the way all of us humans are supposed to eat, but when you go get a blood test, they have the vitamin levels low, they're all low because, most people don't eat healthy. So, my vitamin D is supposed to be between, I don't know what it was supposed to be exactly, but it was like maybe 20, 30 over the limit, And maybe I am Superman. Maybe that's why, they they try to stick the needle in me and the needle bent and everything. I mean, come on, what's going on here? But but I mean, that's what we're meant to be. We're not meant to be where their levels are, where they say your vitamin D is supposed to be. You go out in the sun, your vitamin D level will go up. And it'll go up higher than what their level is when you go to a blood test. They give you that. Well, how old are you? Oh, you're 40, you're 50, whatever you are, and then they give you that little rating of where you should be. Yeah, that's for a person that doesn't feel well. But how about a person that feels like me? We're talking way over the limit with everything. All my vitamins were high, all of them. Isn't that amazing? And I don't even take vitamins anymore.
At all. Wow.
And I take no vitamins at all, nothing. I used to take vitamins. back in the day. And then I said, you know what, let me stop taking these and see what happens. I think I felt better when I stopped taking vitamins and just started eating, organic, vegetables. I make 2 big salads a day. I throw some grilled chicken in there, or I throw some grilled steak in there, or some grilled fish. I eat 2 servings of fruit a day, an apple and an orange, an apple and a banana. I always include an apple. I eat oatmeal in the morning.
By the way, the last time you were on the show and you said if you eat an apple every day and don't change anything else about your diet, you will lose weight. That's true.
It is true, isn't it? Because why it's true, Candy? Because, this is what it is. Apples are so powerful. The bottom line is when you eat an apple, it cleans out your colon. It does something to the colon. It cleans it out. If you eat an apple, and half an hour later, you'll increase your appetite a lot. You'll be more hungry, which people don't want to be hungry. People are looking for appetite suppressants. Isn't that crazy? Why would you want to stop your appetite? Why would you want to shut down your appetite when your appetite is your metabolism? And that's the key to fat burning. When you don't eat, you get fat because the body shuts down. I'm going to sum this up in real easy language so everybody can understand. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get in shape, you want to feel good, eat small little meals throughout the day, like snack all day long on healthy food. Don't eat a big meal. Eat a lot of little meals all day long. Very, very simple. It's not hard to do that. You can get a salad with some chicken and eat half of it and save the other half for 2-3 hours later. People, they don't eat breakfast. They want to lose weight. They don't eat breakfast. Then lunch comes. They eat a semi-decent lunch. Then 3 o'clock comes. Boom, they're at the freaking vending machine eating the cookies, the cake, the Cheetos and everything. And then they go home, and then they just go off. They have pasta. They have whatever they want. And then they're like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that. Then they get depressed because they ate that bad stuff for dinner. And then they go have ice cream, and then they go to bed. And this is what the average person. This is how the average person eats. The average person is out of shape eats. Right. That's exactly what happens. But if they got up, and they ate a nice, healthy, big breakfast, your first meal of the day should be your biggest meal of the day. Why? Because you got the whole day ahead of you. But people are the opposite. They make the last meal of the day their biggest meal. But what? You're going to bed, so that meal is going to turn to fat. So reverse it. Make your biggest meal in the morning and your smallest meal at night. That's how you do it. It's common sense,
Now, would you say that the single most important thing to being healthy is just to start?
Yeah, you have to make the attempt. You're the one in the driver's seat. You have to be the one to do it. Don't look for other people to say, help me, I'm out of shape. What do I do? You know what to do. You know what to do. The only person stopping you is you. That's it, man. Nobody can stop you but you. Hey, the bottom line is this. If I told people, hey, come to my studio and train, and we'll do this and we'll do that, some people might come, some people might not. But if I said, hey, come to my studio, there's a suitcase with $1 million waiting for you, you'll be here in 2 seconds. So that means that $1 million was a lot more important than your health, right? Put the $1 million ahead of your health. And you think, oh, well, I want $1 million. That makes me feel really good. Your health is your $1 million. When you feel really good, healthy, and you feel really good mentally, physically, that is not $1 million. Let me rephrase that. That's $1 trillion. Because there's nothing on earth better in this world than feeling good about yourself. Nothing. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself because God made you to love you. God made you to fall in love with you. He made you to take care of you. He made you to take care of others. And how can you take care of others and take care of yourself, by not eating right and having a poor attitude and everything? And that's money in the bank right there, taking care of yourself and having a good, thinking good thoughts and being positive and just loving yourself and loving others. That's $1 trillion right there.
I agree.
Well, what else can I say? It's not right. It's not rocket science to take care of yourself. I can talk about this for hours and hours and hours. And some people might say, wow, well, I really don't know where to start. You start by smiling and taking care of yourself. You start by looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, I'm not going to feel like this anymore. I'm not going to be overweight anymore. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to, depend on pain medication to get through the day. I'm not going to depend on antidepressants and anxiety medication to get me through the day. God did not make you. God did not make you to be like that. Go back to factory setting. Go back to the way you were supposed to be by going back to nature, by getting out, by getting some sunlight, by eating fruits and vegetables, by thinking positive thoughts, by laughing, by smiling, by not giving in, by not feeding the enemy, but giving God the reward. You know, it's so simple. I mean, it's just so simple. You know, and like I said, I do have a love and passion for people. I mean, you know, if I can change your life for the better, oh my God, that's the greatest gift in the world. You know, and we all need to help each other. You know, instead of killing each other, we need to help each other. You know,
right. I want to mention again, you can go to Tony's website, AnthonyCatanzaro.com. He does have a personalized plan for members only. It's $14.95 a month.
$14.95 a month, correct? And you'll get diet plans. You'll get training guides, exclusive photos, exclusive videos of training and diet videos. Also, my own private one-on-one chat forum, which is actually open to the public as well. So you can ask me, you know, like some private questions, or you can, you know, ask me anything you want about health and fitness. You know, if you have some personal problems, there's. So basically, it's like having your own personal trainer, right? Your own very own fingertips, and having the Superman of fitness come to your rescue. Because I can't help everybody physically, but I can help people around the world, which I've always done through my website. You know, through AnthonyCatanzaro.com. You know.
That's it. Now, I have to bring this up because Candi brought it up. We're going to put it on her. That you did a photo shoot for Playgirl.
Yes, I did. Well, I did a photo shoot for Playgirl, actually. Well, hey, you know, I was in Playgirl already back in 2001, I believe, 2001.
Wow.
And and they asked me to come back because they're now doing their anniversary issue, and they wanted me back. And it comes out in the winter. It was supposed to come out in the summer, but actually they pushed it. They wanted to come out during my birthday, which is in December. So it's going to be the winter 2012 issue.
Ooh, a Christmas present from Tony.
Yeah, it's a little Christmas, present for all the ladies and guys out there, whatever. You know,
Go ahead.
No, I'm just, you know, like people say, wow, you know, how could you do that, you know? But I'm totally proud of myself, and I'm proud of my body, and I'm proud of every inch of my body. Let's put it that way. I have no problem with it. I look at it this way: if I don't have a problem with it, why should you? Right? I don't have to please anybody in life, man. There's only one person I have to answer to, and that's God. Nobody else.
That's right.
So, you know, I have no problem with it. I'm totally happy with myself, and hey, you know.
I agree. You know, there is kind of a weird, and I don't agree with it. There are people who kind of might look at that and go, oh, how could you do that? But I've got to say, I think it's a very cool thing, and I think if you work as hard as you do on the way you look, you know, this isn't about a moral issue. It's about showing off this amazing piece of art that you've developed, which is your body.
Thank you.
You know, my husband is the national press rep for Chippendales, and I know one of the wives of one of the Chippendales is pushing her husband to be in Playgirl because she's like, you look amazing, and I want people to see what I'm married to. She's like,
I think that's great, and I bet they have the best, and I bet they have the best relationship of all. People say, how could how could your wife let you do what you do? She lets me do what I do because she loves me and because she wants me to be happy. You know, I'm not hurting.
Have you seen Tina? She's like drop dead gorgeous.
Yes, she is. Absolutely. Thank you. And you know, she's happy. You know, she's happy with me. I'm happy with her. You know, like I said, you don't have to answer to anybody. Exactly. Hey, you know, if something, you know, I always tell people the greatest thing in life is happiness. You have to do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others, that's the greatest thing. And forget about what the haters say, because most people that say, how could you be in Playgirl? How could you do this? How could you do that? These are the same people that can't do it. Because if they could do it, they would do it. Trust me when I tell you.
Right.
So that's the bottom line. So when people hate on me, they hate on me because they can't be me. And maybe they can't be me, you know, maybe they can be me physically, but, you know, to have honest love in your heart and to have love for people, Not everybody has that. So to have that that's when you'll impress me. You don't impress me with muscles. You don't impress me with beautiful fake boobs. You don't impress me with things like that. You impress me with your heart, with your soul, because that's what beauty comes from. It doesn't come from your muscles, your look, your skin, your hair, your weight, your shape. It comes from your heart. What you see, what you see in somebody's soul, in their heart. That's what makes a person who they are. And I'm a beautiful person. I'm a beautiful person on the inside, so I have nothing to worry about.
Oh, we do have a caller.
Woohoo!
Hello, 267. You are on the air.
267. Wow. How did you know my lucky number?
I'm good like that.
Hi, Candi. Hi, Randy. Hey, Tony. This is Dan in New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for calling in.
A friend of John Falaco's.
Oh, hey. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And Candi just said I had to pick up the phone call, so they've been vetting all my questions through the chat room apparently. So you're doing a good job.
Call in. That's right.
But you've just I don't know. Do I have a question? Yeah. Well, I might have a question, but no. They've actually taken care of all the questions. But Tony, you and Tina, you guys are an exemplary couple, and it's just great to see. You're very genuine and dedicated, and
thank you very much.
And John vouches. He speaks very highly of you, and you and we've corresponded a little bit because I'm hoping that we'll get to work together. I'm a photographer. So.
Oh, great, yeah. I look forward to it.
Yep.
Well, John's a great guy. I mean, I've done many photo shoots with John. I mean, like me with Tina, we've shot with John Falaco. He's a great guy, and yeah, I mean, he's a wonderful person too. I met his mom. His mom cooked his dinner one time. It was really great. Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy.
Well, good people should stick with good people. So I'm glad y'all are.
That's what I find. That's what I find. If you have a good heart, and stuff, you meet people like yourself. If you're nasty and you're pessimistic, you tend to find the same people like that. So I mean, when people say, "Oh, I can't find the right girl in my life," or "I can't find the right guy in my life," it's all because of your attitude. Because you're going to attract that. If you have a poor attitude, you're going to attract other people with poor attitudes. If you have a good attitude, you're going to attract people with really good attitudes. That's just the way it is. You become a magnet almost, and I mean, that's how I met Tina, and that's how Tina met me. We're like two of the same kind of people. It's we're different. We're different in many. We're alike in many ways, and we're different in many ways. But we both have the same heart, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's like you said about fitness. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, you stick to the fundamentals, and you move forward with positiveness, and you're halfway there, if not further ahead.
Exactly.
So good on you, and keep up the great work.
Really appreciate it.
And Candi Randy, love you guys.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Love you too, Daniel. Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate it.
Bye for now.
I might have strong-armed him just a little bit on that call.
Well, you never know who's going to call, Never know who's going to call in, right?
We love callers. We believe it or not, we only have about 20 seconds left. And I want to thank you again for being Superman and riding to our rescue. And everybody, don't forget, share this with your friends. It's podcasts. Podcasts are amazing things. It's great information. Get them into Tony's website. Everybody can use a little pep talk now and again. So.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Candi and Randy, I love you guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me again, and I'll see you guys again soon. I'm off and out. My cape's back on. I'm out of here. Have a great night.
Good night, Tony.
Bye-bye.
Night, Tony. Always great to have a good show.
He's always the best guest. He's just the best guest. I mean, how can you not be inspired just listening to his voice? I mean, he really does have a gift for talking common sense truth, and he makes you want to just get started. Even if you don't want to be a bodybuilder, he makes you want to just get started. At least start.
Right.
Put the foot in front of the other.
And really, where else can you get all that for $14.95 a month?
Seriously, absolutely. You know what? Sometimes you just need someone to encourage you, and at $14.95 a month, what is that? 50 cents a day? Wow, I did
Something
really
like
fast math,
that.
didn't I? Less than 50 cents a day. You can have someone encourage you. Isn't that cool?
No,
So,
like nutrition plan.
Yeah.
In your workout plan, and
You know, the nutrition part, too, is really big because, and I've said this on the air with you before, I mean, how often can we stare at a boneless chicken breast, you know, every day, every other day, and just to have someone be able to, you know, encourage you and, like, give you ideas of something to eat, because sometimes it's not that I don't want to eat healthy, I just can't think of anything. My brain is dead.
Yeah.
And, like, to be able to talk to someone about you know, I know Anthony has, like, you know, great ideas of making something interesting and having flavor, and yet it's good for you. You know, it's so easy to default to eating badly, and like he mentioned, eating Cheetos at your computer. And one last thing I do want to agree with, too, is, you know, I love that technology makes our lives easier, but, you know, I remember 30 years ago, when, you know, I used to hear people say, you know, television is bad, it's sucking the life out of us. We sit in front of the TV, and it does suck the life out of us. It's so easy to sit there and just numb out. And I do agree that too many of us, I think, sit in front of a computer all day long now. 30 years later, it's the new TV. We sit in front of a computer, and we just allow these machines to suck the life out of us, as opposed to getting outside or and not even think about it as exercising, but just being active, living an active life. And it's so easy to, like, now I don't do video games and stuff on the internet, but I certainly surf the web mindlessly far too much because I'm a vlogger. But I agree with him completely that, you know, sometimes this technology thing is not so great. Although I love that it gives us the radio show. Let me cover that.
Well, it gives us the radio and show and blogs, but, you know, I think Tony's point is that too many people are just sitting here, and I'm bad about this because I'm working, but they just sit there and they don't do anything anymore. They just sit in front of the computer. So, you know, I believe it's a useful tool, and I believe it's like anything else. I mean, junk food, again, something you can enjoy occasionally, something you eat every single day, several times a day, no.
Yeah. Yeah,
and really,
I'm
trying to find recipes, how to make all my favorite tastes at home, so that on cheat day, which most diet people do actually recommend you have a day, and that doesn't mean you stuff your face all day with bad stuff. That just means you can have some tastes of things that you really, really love without worrying about running your diet, because it's just one day and you know it's just that one day. You know, but I want to learn how to make these things homemade so that I'm not putting all these chemicals in my body that they put into the junk food.
Exactly. No preservatives, all of that.
I mean, they say if we had nuclear war, the only thing that would be left alive would be cockroaches and Twinkies to survive.
Truly.
Because of all the chemicals they put in Twinkies, they actually say somebody jokingly lined like a bomb shelter with Twinkies because it would absorb the radiation.
Well, they do say cockroaches, Twinkies, and Cher, but I don't want to be mean to Cher.
I love
Cher.
That's
the joke. I do love Cher. I do. But I want her to be around, you know, forever. So anyway, well, we are at the end of the show, and I think we should probably call it a night. But thanks for getting Tony back on the show. He's such an amazing guest, and he really does inspire.
I agree. He does.
So,
well, then,
excellent.
Good night, Randy.
Good night, Candy. We'll see everybody on Sunday.
See you on Sunday.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.